What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Deep Squad with VYPE, and we are here with another episode of our podcast. Grateful to have none other than Quanell Farrakhan Jr. here with us. Quanell, let's just get into it a little bit. Started at a young age, played select ball, high school ball, 4-star recruit, all of it. What has your football career been like? If you could describe it in one word, what has it been for you?
One word, I would describe it as crazy. It's all over the place. Just going from Little League has always been fun. How the parents take it just as serious as the kids do. And just going into high school when you're really just getting all the notoriety and all the fame for it, it's pretty crazy to me because now you see kids getting paid just in high school, which is absolutely crazy. So I feel like it's just a crazy experience for me.
Freshman year, you're a first team all-district selection. First time that's ever happened in District 13 6A. Think about all those receivers, all those players. You're the first one to do it your freshman year. Your junior year, you break the Woodlands Danny Amendola touchdown record. Now you're going into senior year. You've already got a long list of accolades. Just kind of, what are you looking forward to with this last year? You've already broken records. You've already kind of done, set an establishment for what you can do on the field. What are you looking forward to with your last one?
Really, just from my last one, I just want to be able to just win it all. I want to be able to win it all. Just always falling short to Duncanville. So it's just very, 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 very annoying. So at this point, I just want to beat Duncanville. That's my whole thing. So I'm just tired of losing to Duncanville. I just want to win the whole thing. So I just want to bring it back to Houston.
Now you get a really good shot to do that this year. You transferred to Northshore from the Woodlands. They've had this rivalry with Duncanville. You're talking about wanting to beat Duncanville. No better spot to do it than in the state championship game, right? Just talk about Northshore. That is the brand of Texas high school football. What's it like there? How have you fit in? What's kind of the vibe over there?
I love Northshore. They treated me and welcomed me like family when I got over there. So I just feel like everything is just different over there. It's so intense. Every little thing is intense and it's very direct, everything that they do. So I feel like you don't get away with a whole lot of things there. Just you have to be there on time or you will be running. Just the little things. They care about all the little things there. So I feel like that really just helps me and develops me for the next level. And I feel like I need that structure before I get into the next level. And I feel like Northshore is the place that did that. Doing that.
What's practice been like, man? I mean, you're going up against Devin Sanchez, number one corner in the country. You got Nigel Pringle, who's Power 5 kid. You've got Chase Calcutt, another Power 5 kid. Y'all are basically a Division I football team, in high school, pretty much. Talk about what practice is like, what workouts are like. What's it like being able to, you're competing against those guys, but you're on the same team.
I feel like practice is really it feels like the game almost. Our practices are literally the game. We're playing the best of the best, and it's literally during practice. So I feel like just playing against them guys is very wild to me because we're always going at it. We're always competing. We always want to make each other better and just helping each other. Iron sharpens iron, which they always say. So I feel like just having them is helping me a whole lot because during the season, I'm not going to see anybody like that until I run up against teams like Westlake and Duncanville.
What's it like playing for Willie Gaston? He's a very animated coach, I feel like, during practice. Player coach. He sticks up for y'all. He's there for y'all, but he also likes to keep y'all in line. What's it like playing for Coach Gaston?
I love playing for Coach Gaston. So far, he's been very good to me. Just welcome me, like I said, and really he's just developing me for the next level. And I feel like him being very strict on me is something that I need. A coach that's always going to be on me, a coach that's always going to make sure that I'm good. He always checks on me, always calls me if I didn't show up to the SAT camp, the summer workouts. Some schools don't care about the summer workouts, but if I miss, Coach had called me and was like, "Where are you at, Quanell? Where you at?" I was like, Coach, just ain't make it today. But yeah, he always be on me, and that's something I need.
Your life in general, your dad's a very well-known civil rights activist, big in the community. You see him on TV, you see him on social media. What's he like day-to-day, though? What's he like dad? What is he like?
Great father, great mentor to me. Everybody sees what's going on in social media, but they don't really see what's going on behind the scenes. And, just him developing me as a young man, he been there for everything, literally just from baby just on up now, and just always being there for me and just supporting me as a father outside of what everybody else sees. And I just feel like him just being there for me and him helping me through times is just, I really can't say anything much. So I just feel like him just being a father to me is a blessing.
What's been the biggest thing he's been able to teach you? Just it could be life, it could be to carry on in your sporting career. Like, what's been one of the biggest things he's taught you?
Really just to stay focused. He always preaches stay focused. So don't get too ahead of yourself, stay humble. And, people have a lot of hype on my name and this and that. I just stay focused. I don't mind it. I just stay humble at all times. And that's one thing that he always preaches to me is just stay humble. And I always stay humble no matter what.
Does the pressure ever get to you? Is there ever a time where you're kind of sitting back and you need to take a step back, or is it just kind of you're just living your life?
I mean, really it can get to you sometimes. Like I remember back when I was at the Woodlands and we were playing my old school Grand Oaks and I wasn't doing so good and they were screaming overrated. I was like, oh man. So I mean sometimes the hype it can get to you, but I try to ignore it the best as I can. So yeah.
What do you like to do outside of sports? Like obviously you got the Hellstar fit on right now. Like obviously very fashionable. You're very active on social media. What's kind of your groove? Is it music? Is it cars? Is it fashion? Like what do you like to do outside of sports?
Like you said, fashion. Fashion is really my thing so far right now. And then I'm obviously like out and about, but I like to be inside most of the time, which is crazy. You may not see that on social media, but I love watching my Netflix and I love playing a video game. So that's what I would probably say.
What's the Netflix name right now?
Blacklist. Blacklist. I don't know if you ever seen it, but yeah, Blacklist.
Little James Spader action. I see. So we talked to Devin Sanchez not too long ago. He says there's a lot of chirping going on during practice and stuff between the wide receivers and the DBs. Obviously, it's part of the game. What does that part of it do for you? Because all of y'all we talked about it. All of y'all are Division I kids, but like practicing the trash talk. What's the trash talk like?
Oh, it gets crazy sometimes. It gets very crazy sometimes. I don't want to say what's being said, but it gets very crazy sometimes. But I think it helps us, because sometimes when opponents are talking very crazy to us, we'll just sit there and want to fight it with each other or fight them. So I feel like just keeping calm and just staying focused is our big thing and just not getting all the way out of control with each other. So I feel like them just being in our heads like that is just a very good thing for us.
You announced on Twitter you're going to be committing July 13th. That's about a month away from right now. You released your top 3 with Nebraska, A&M, Alabama. We kind of touched on it in an article we did recently. But talk about kind of what's the feeling going like right now? You got OVs set up to these schools. Kind of what you got going on right now to kind of get ready for that July 13th date?
Really, I've been so far. I've already been to Alabama. I've been to A&M. I haven't been up to Nebraska yet, but I'm going to UCLA and Colorado now. So therefore, my recruitment is all over the place right now, even though I have the top 3 out. But all I can say is we'll see. I don't want to say too much on here, but it may shock a few people. It may shock a whole lot of people. So I just can't wait to see people's reactions when I put that hat on.
All right, man. Okay. You got 42,000 followers on Instagram. What's the most famous person you've been able to meet or that's in your phone? Like if you went through your contact list, like who's the most famous person you got or that you've met?
Ooh, probably Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal. I ran into him. I actually sat with him the whole Super Bowl. Literally the whole Super Bowl. I was chirping at him the whole Super Bowl because he was going for the 49ers. I don't know why he was going for the 49ers. But I told him that Mahomes and the Chiefs were going to win, and he didn't believe me. And then that fourth quarter drive, I was just laughing because I knew it was over, and he was just sitting there just like this. And I had a very great time though. So that's probably Bradley Beal.
That's crazy, man. I mean, sitting next to, hey, you get the chirp with an NBA player. Not everybody gets to do that on a daily. A lot of people like to have the argument: Florida, California, Texas. Who's got the best football? Why is Texas high school football different?
Ooh, just I played Florida. I played California. I just feel like Texas ball is just very just like faster, and I feel like all the Texas had the most first round picks. So I feel like that just speaks for itself. So if you see a whole bunch of kids from Texas being drafted into the first round, I think everything else speaks for itself. 6A Division 1 football in Texas is the best, and that's literally why it speaks for itself.
A lot of people have been questioning lots of things with you. You know, you were at Grand Oaks, then you were at Woodlands, now you're at North Shore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people see that as a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that as opportunity? Kind of what's your mindset on that part of like moving schools?
Really, it's not me. It's just stuff that goes behind the scenes with family and all that. So I just feel like when family gets involved, there's nothing that I can really just do. So that's not in my control or in my hands at all. So yeah, that's what I would say about all that. So all the red flags and all that, that's not on me. That's just behind the scenes at the end of the day. So yeah.
Just being that 4-star athlete, what's it like? There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of chaoticness.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like we talked about, like your top 3. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you're also going on official visits to 2 other schools and to some other places too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pressure on you to, hey, not only pick my school, but
Mm-hmm.
also you have all these fans pushing for it. And as soon as you commit somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those fans kind of turn over on you. So what's it like being that 4-star athlete, having the pressure of having to decide where to go to school?
I mean, really, I don't think as like pressure or anything, because I feel like at the end of the day, wherever I commit to, there's always going to be hate, and there's always going to be people that doesn't want to see me succeed. So I feel like that's going to happen regardless. So I really don't care. I do care about like the fans. Like I love the fans. I love people that support me at the end of the day. But I know that there's gonna be people at the end of the day that's jealous and don't want to see me succeed. So I feel like that's just gonna happen regardless. So there's not really too much I could really just say on that one.
NIL is a huge thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is everything in college football right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got EA new college football game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You've got deals with Gatorade. Lamborghini has a deal with Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your dream NIL deal?
Really, my dream, I really just think outside the box. You know, I see NIL deals with cars and all that, and really just everybody wants a car, this, and that. But I want an NIL deal like with like somebody from like a gas station or somebody from like a oil company. You know, that's something that's really just gonna supply money for real and really just help me obtain just, my money and all that. So I feel like having a car is cool at the end of the day, but that's not bringing value to your name or anything. So I feel like just having something like oil or a gas station that's always going to have money behind it is just something that's really just big in my eyes.
Last year,
Mm-hmm.
you play with another 4-star quarterback. Y'all play a 5-star quarterback in your district, and then you play 2 5-star defensive players in y'all's
Mm-hmm.
district. What's that like playing against all those dudes? Like, those are 2 guys going to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
In Justin Williams and Joseph Ajone.
Mm-hmm.
You got DJ Lagway, who's at Florida,
Florida.
and Mabry, your teammate, who's at Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like competing in that district last year?
Oh my God, it was wild. Like I've never expected it. Like some of the guys that were 5 stars now, like back then, like they weren't even talking about them like that. And now they randomly just popped up as 5 stars. But the crazy thing is, I knew all those guys were gonna be super duper talented at the end of the day. Like Justin Williams, I knew he was gonna be a dog. I knew DJ Lagway was gonna be a dog when I played him his freshman year. I knew my boy Mabry was already a dog when I laid eyes on him. So I feel like just playing against them type of dudes is really just helping me out for the next level. Like it's just truly just amazing just to see them dudes play and play against them, because all the plays that they're making, they're like, dang, like how did he just do this? So it's pretty crazy to me.
What are you doing before a game to get ready?
Really, I just turn on my young boy and I listen on my headphones, and that's probably about it. Oh, I don't eat either. I really don't eat nothing. I get so nervous that I don't eat or I don't drink nothing. So that was probably why I was cramping so much, during the season. But, I get so nervous sometimes that I don't even eat or drink anything. So, yeah, I just lock in or I don't talk to anybody.
Last question I got for you, man. Just with the landscape of how recruiting works now and the college football world and transfer portal, what is your advice to high school athletes going through the recruiting process right now? that might not be getting looks right away as their freshman or sophomore. They're going into their junior or senior year.
I would say really just don't care about everybody else. Just deal with your own recruitment process, because at the end of the day, I've seen dudes that haven't gotten recruited at all and then randomly pop up as 5 stars. So I've seen that firsthand. Literally last year, like I've seen guys literally just have 0 offers and their junior and senior year just explode everywhere. So I feel like just stay focused and stay grinding and just don't worry about everybody else, and just don't care about what everybody else is putting on social media. Just stay focused, and that's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, this has been podcast episode 2 here at VYPE with Quanell Farrakhan Jr. Stay tuned, as we'll have more episodes coming out soon, and we'll see you at the game.